No, it wasn't. It was.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Todd Royce, and I'm excited to have you with me today. We're talking about hip openers for your body. How many hips do we get in this lifetime? We only get one. Well, okay, we get two, but each of them is very, very, very valuable. Hip replacements are a major, major, major business. I suggest you stay 100% American, okay? That you keep all the joints that God gave you. Your natural joint that God gave you is going to work a lot better than a replacement. And as amazing as that is that they can replace those, please avoid it. All day, every day, I'm adjusting dozens and dozens of people's hips. And I love taking care of people. It's what I'm made to do. Getting rid of hip pain is awesome. The hips can really jam in there and an adjustment can make a difference. But I would much, much rather you just take care of your hips in the first place so you don't need that. You shouldn't need your hips adjusted all the time. They shouldn't be locking up on you all the time. So, I'm going to take you through a sequence to keep those hip joints healthy and opened up because we forget that we're supposed to be 120 years of abundant, healthy life. So I'm going to do that, and we're here in our Rhino room, and forgive the stuff behind us, we're having a special event. In 13 minutes it's starting. We are inviting people to become rhinos to get their bodies abundantly healthy. So, people will be coming in here toward the end of this video probably, but either way, we'll still be doing what we do because distractions happen in life, but you still got to take care of you. Okay, so here we go. We're going to begin. And these are basically yoga postures. And you don't have to call it yoga. You can call it breathing and moving. But the breath is very, very, very important. If you've been listening to my show for a while, you know that I've said that some people say that yoga is exercise in which you breathe, but the experts know that it's actually a sequence of breathing in which you also move. And I'm not an expert, I just know what it does for me and what it does for my patients when they do it consistently. Also, some of you will have a lot more movement than I have. I've literally broken my back 2 different times. I just did a crazy CrossFit workout yesterday that's left me pretty stiff, but that doesn't matter. We have a saying in racing, you run what you brung. So just whatever you have, you just go with it, and as long as you're improving and getting better, roll with it. Darwin, I Ching, whatever, man, we gotta roll with it. That's a movie quote. And that one was used before last week, but you may not remember it. So, we're going to start with what's called downward facing dog. And I'm going to do it differently so you can hear me, but what we're going to do, we're going to create an arch here. Heels raised a little bit, palms down. You're going to grip with your fingers, arms straight. You're going to try to raise your butt up, your bum up into the air like this, breathing deeply. Got to be warmed up before you do any kind of exercise. You can also pump your feet down toward the floor, alternating. Get some life and movement into the hamstrings and into the calves. Arms straight. Now, when you really do this, if you repeat this, you can pause the video and take your time to do that right, because you really want to be warmed up. You want to take your time. Any stretching sequence should take more than this 10 to 15 minute video, so take your time and do this. So what we're going to do is more of a not fast paced, but medium paced stretches and movements. Ideally, stretches are held, it depends on your goals, but really a 2-minute stretch in each movement we found is ideal, because it moves more from the muscle belly into the connective tissue, and it really gets everything moving. Don't ever stretch beyond your ability. By the way, as you sit there and you watch this, raise your hand if you are responsible for your own health. Good, so everybody should be raising their hands. No matter what I ever tell you to do, you have to listen to your own body. So you are responsible for your health. So make sure you're not overdoing your limits. Anything I tell you, if your body says no, please say no and don't do it. Don't hurt yourself. Okay, so we're going to go from the downward dog, and we're going to pump like this. Then we're going to come to a seated position with our feet together like this. So people call this the butterfly pose. And we're going to lie back on our backs, and we're going to just let gravity pull our knees down toward the floor, breathing deeply. As you breathe in, now your head should be down, but mine's up so I can talk to you folks. As you breathe in, And as you breathe out, you should just feel the weight, send the breath in through there, feel gravity pulling and opening those joints up. Very, very powerful. Opening these hip adductors, which means the muscles that pull the legs in, opening up all that connective tissue is powerful, powerful stuff. Let gravity do the work. If you find that your knees are hitting the ground, pull your feet a little closer in. If you find it's too much of a stretch, put them a little further out. Just feel that opening up. Okay, good. Now we're going to sit up, breathing in. Now we're going to hold onto our feet wrapped around the outside like this, and we're going to keep our spine straight in the beginning. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're just going to lean forward. Feel that stretch. You're going to somewhat feel it in your low back. Everyone's a little bit different. You're going to feel it on the inside of your groin. Some people feel it in the back of your hips. Either way, opening up our hips. Deep breathing. Breathe in. Straighten your spine as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, you can round it and get your head a little closer to your feet. Some of you can nibble on your feet, whether you want to or not, but it's not necessary. Wherever you are, you don't have to start to be great, but you do have to be great to start. Nope, it's the opposite. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. One time, I'll just get that straight the first time. Good, so breathe in deeply, good. Come on, easy, easy up from that. Okay, good. Now, we're going to go again into a downward facing dog. Arms straight, grip with your fingers. Breathe out, good. Now we're going to reach into a lunge here. So there's a few ways that you can do this. You can have the back knee down, hands inside like this. Have the back knee down. The main purpose is for the front of the hip openers, the hip flexors, the iliopsoas, the rectus femoris, one of the quadricep heads that attaches above the hip. You want to open that up, breathe in. Send your breath down your left leg as you breathe in. As you breathe out, rock back. Knee still slightly bent and lean forward over that right leg. Breathe in as you rock forward. As you breathe out, rock back. 3 more of these. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe out. Good. Back into a downward facing dog. Two breaths here. Now we're going to bring the left leg forward. Going to rock forward. You should feel that opening all the way in your left area of your groin, the right hip flexors as you breathe in, and you're going to rock back. Very, very common for one to feel tighter than the other. Breathe in. Send that breath down the right leg. Breathe out as you rock back. Breathe in. Good. Breathe in. Try to push those hips, that pelvis toward the floor. Breathe out, rock back. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out, rock back. Good. Back again into a downward dog. Now we're going to do pigeon pose for the outer hip. Going to bring our right leg forward. Now our back knee can be down. I'm going to show you from the side what this looks like. The more mobile you are, the further your foot is going to be up here. The really mobile people will have their shin parallel with the front of the room or the mat if you have a mat. Okay, we're going to go back this direction to show you. So in pigeon, you want to start up like this, okay? Start to feel that stretch in the back here. You want to wait till your pelvis kind of sinks down into the mat. You can either have your back foot, top of your foot on the mat, or heel up, whatever you feel like doing, whatever you feel best about. Now, shoulders go back and down, relaxing down. Don't let your shoulders creep too much up into your ears. Let go of that tension. As you breathe in, and you're going to come down, if you're able, onto your elbows. You can rest your head onto one fist or two fists, or straight onto the ground. 3 deep breaths here. Shoulders stay back and down, spine is relaxed. On the last breath, let the breath really expand your chest. Good, back into downward dog. 2 breaths here. Now bring that left leg forward. Going to do the same thing. Again, back knee down if you like. Top of the foot or the toes up on the mat or the floor. Let your pelvis sink into the floor a little bit. Breathe in deeply. Shoulders stay back and down. Good. Now we're going to relax down onto here. Keyword is relax. Let those shoulders stay down. Away from your ears. Breathe in deeply. As you breathe in, let that breath expand all the way down into your pelvis and all the way up, feel like it's all the way up into your head. 2 more full breaths. Perfect. Now we're going to come into a seated position. You should already feel more relaxed, feel more mobility in your hips. Now we're going to lie back. Your head will be down, mine is up so I can talk to you. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Your head back like this, breathing deeply, shoulders back and down. Deep breathing, you're just going to do some windshield wipers with your hips. Just free form, do it at your own pace. Back and forth, just a little bit of opening, just both sides. 1 more full breath doing this. So when you get up, come onto your side. In an ideal world, you would lie here for half a minute to a minute at least. Slowly push on up. Come up into a seated position. Shoulders back and down, sitting up straight. Deep breath. Let it out and relax. Just think, if you did this even every other day, a couple times a week, you will have great insurance that your hips are going to last you a very, very long time. Thank you for joining us today. Tomorrow we will not have a show. I celebrate 20 years of marriage with my amazing wife, Dee, my amazing wife, Mawedge. Mawedge is what brings us together today. So tomorrow and Monday, no show, because the show is going to be my wife and me. So have a lovely, amazing, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Go make it a great day. We're here ready for a bunch of new rhinos. Rhinos!